I know.
4 strains of the flu floating around out there.
So many.
It's really hitting people hard, young kids. You really have to be careful if you have children out there, young children. They get knocked down by this, and it doesn't take a lot to really do them damage.
Not sure if you know, we're streaming on YouTube right now,
live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing?
Okay, shout out to our friends on YouTube. Facebook Live will be when we move to the
new studio.
Which
super producer Brian, new studio next week. So this is our last recording in the studio. Week. You sure about this one? No. Okay.
He's not sure.
You're not running the show. Otherwise, it would have been done a month ago. So therefore, to the best of super producer Brian's word, this is the last episode.
This is the last episode out here. But hey, in the queue, we have none other than Neil Grover, CEO of Indi. I'm not sure about you, but we always talk about brands and brand management. And what always changes with Facebook and YouTube? The algorithm.
Well, yeah, but of course, we don't really know what they're doing behind the scenes with those algorithms. But yeah, suddenly different things pop up in your feed, or your friends might not pop up in your feed anymore.
Right.
Or of course, you do that one search on Google, you're not even on Facebook for something, and then next time you log in, here comes a bunch of ads for whatever that item might have been. Yeah.
One position that might be worse than the director of FEMA.
What position?
An SEO consultant.
Lord, yeah, these days, how do you do that now?
How do you claim to be, I am an SEO manager or whatever like that? I can understand the search engine and everything and the like, but we do have some pros that can help us out, because a lot of people do get upset with marketing and social media brand managers and how are we going to get that message out? So with that, without further ado, we want to welcome in Mr. Neil Grover. Neil, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. As always, thanks for joining the show. Rich Valdez is also in the studio with us. So tell us about Indi.
Sure. So it's a new video engagement and commerce platform, really focused on driving engagement for brands with their followers and customers, and ultimately driving commerce. We really want to help drive sales for every brand out there, and so it's our main focus is on the brands, really looking at who their best influencer is, and we think everyone's best influencer is their customer. So we're really helping brands and retailers of all sorts invest in their customer and turn them into influencers.
So Neil, this is Rich, by the way. Thanks for joining us. So take me through the high level steps or overview. Let's say I am a new guy selling we sell widgets, and we want to expand our widget brand to new customers. What would your recommendations be, or how would you start us in increasing our brand footprint?
Yeah, no, great question. So there's 2 things you could do with our platform if you're selling widgets. One would be ask your customers to do a review after they purchase their widgets, either a photo or a video review of, either take a photo of them with your widgets or with your brand somehow, or more likely and better would be a video review on how much they enjoyed the purchase experience and enjoy the widgets. They upload it to your Indi channel, which either lives on Indi.com or lives embedded in your website. And then they're incentivized to share it into their own social networks. And that's what drives a lot of that viral word of mouth awareness. And that's particularly getting more important because of the changes that Facebook has made. So that's one way. The second way is you create a brand ambassador program. So again, where a lot of these brands today are thinking, gosh, I got to find the influencer with the biggest following and pay them a lot of money to try to push and promote our brand. We actually think your best influencer is your customer. So incentivize those customers to talk about your brand, add a unique product link to it. And if somebody else wants to go buy those widgets, they click through and purchase those widgets, you'll actually get a commission for that.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So Neil, what are some challenges Indi has run into with Facebook and YouTube changing the algorithm?
Well, actually, the algorithm changes from Facebook especially it actually aligns with what our business model's been. We really built Indi. There's a gamification piece to the reviews, or it starts with engaging your customer, which I believe every brand needs to do. I've run different e-commerce companies for the last 15 plus years, competing with Amazon, and the way we've been successful is really by harnessing and our customers and getting our customers to enjoy their experience with us, and then telling their friends about it. What Facebook's recent algorithm change, it's been happening over time, but to officially come out and say, in essence, that a brand's voice is not going to be nearly as strong anymore in the news feed. It's really going to be consumer to consumer posts. It's the way that Facebook can help combat with fake news. But it also means that you're going to see more and more of your friends' posts rather than advertisers' posts or a brand's organic post. And so now, when you can get a customer to actually talk about you in their news feed, or by posting something positive about your brand, it's even that much more important, because that content is going to be seen by all their friends and followers. Whereas something that the brand themselves would post is going to be seen by very few people unless they boost or sponsor that post.
Neil, as a follow-up, how does Indi affect the paid brand ambassador? Let's say like the Kim Kardashian, who goes on Instagram and talks about XYZ makeup.
Yeah, so someone like Kim Kardashian or big celebrities are probably going to keep doing what they're doing, or more importantly, brands are going to probably keep paying them how they're paying them. The other big thing that happened a couple weeks ago, there was a big expose in the New York Times, I believe 2 weekends ago, talking about how a lot of actually from mid-level micro-influencers all the way to very big celebrities have a lot of fake numbers in their following bases.
Yes.
And, there's a lot of fake likes, a lot of fake followers. And unfortunately, there's a lot of pressure now to drive those numbers up, because brands are paying a lot of money. And on the brand side, though, brands are paying these flat dollars, flat fees, really on not proper numbers and not strong accountability. And so what we've added is really the mechanism to make it pay for performance. And so if somebody is driving real sales and real engagement around your brand, they absolutely should get paid for that. And some brands are happy just to get the word out. When I competed with Amazon for the last 15 years, we needed direct sales. Marketing budgets are so tight. We really cared about every single penny and dollar we spent. And so that's really what we built around with Indi. We've got over 100 million products and thousands of retailers and brands that anybody can come on and create content around and monetize. And more importantly, when the brand then is asking its customers to create content on its behalf, they know that there may be an upfront portion of the fee that they pay upfront, but more importantly, that it's more of a pay for performance basis. And so if that individual is driving sales, they absolutely should get paid. We kind of look at it like we help create a virtual sales force.
God, I got a question regarding the incentivization, I guess would be the word. So you mentioned paying the consumer or the reviewer. Are there any other ways which you provide the incentives to the end user?
So on the brand ambassador side with the direct sales, that is tied to a payment. Now, brands can choose to do something different in the sense of just giving them additional product or sending them merchandise or something like that. What we've enabled and what we've set up is the tracking all the way through that's tied to content. And so we make sure that the individual creates really authentic, organic content, most likely a video. We think that's what's the most beneficial to others throughout social media and their friends to see that, one, I have the product, and two, here's how you use the product, and three, I enjoy that product. So today we've set up the tracking all the way through. It's set up to be able to pay and compensate the individual, but brands can choose to do other things as well, give out merchandise, etc. Through the engagement side that I mentioned with regards to like the reviews, do a review, have a chance to win something. We see brands on our platform doing all sorts of things. Domino's gave away pizza. Starbucks has given away cash to charities. The Denver Broncos give you an opportunity to sing the national anthem in front of a game or win a jersey. America's Got Talent uses the platform to bring new people onto the show. So it's really up to the brand in that case to really choose how they want to incentivize their users to talk about them.
Got it.
Neil, we want to thank you for taking out a few minutes for joining the show. Hey, tell us the best ways to follow up with Indi, or if we have listeners currently, or even after the fact, they want to find more about Indi. What's the best ways to find out about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to indi.com, and it's indi.com. You can download our apps in either the iOS store or the Google Play Store. Or you can reach out to me. My email is neil@indi, and it's NEEL@indi.com. But we'd love to work with any brands out there, and we want as many individuals to come on, use the platform, and start monetizing their content, and really enjoy and engage with brands they love.
Perfect. Neil Grover, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Neil. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
That's pretty interesting.
It is pretty interesting. The business side of it. I mean, we've all, especially you and I,
right
out here being brand ambassadors for a few different companies. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to see how that's put together and how they have to change that again with all the changes with Amazon and what's going on there. It's good to see, or interesting to see how that's put together in the background.
Yeah. I mean, I just know when we were doing the promotion for Verizon, mm-hmm. Most of the posts I had to put ad.
Right.
Somewhere within the blog post itself or within the post on social media, I had to put hashtag ad. And within the blog post itself, I had to put, hey, I'm a paid brand ambassador, letting people know that here's the transparency. It's not just me going crazy. I'm getting something free to do this.
Right. You see that a lot, especially in the Amazon reviews as well.
Yes.
Where people will specifically put in there, and it's a requirement. Yes, I received this, for a review purpose. And that's fair. That is transparency. Because that before it wasn't quite so transparent. People would give out free things, say, here, do a review and get this glowing review because I received something for free.
Of course.
So that's good, that's fair. And we do that as well. Even when they don't ask us to be so transparent, we do it anyway.
Oh, of course. I mean, you got to keep everyone on their toes, and you got to keep things clean around here, and the way you do business. Everyone loves swag.
Of course.
Everyone loves swag.
Who doesn't like something free? Let's be real.
Come on. Every day when you get home and you see a package sitting there at in your home office, you're just like, what is this?
See,